Building something from scratch is tough. But you know what's tougher? Reviving lost glory. And that's what India is aiming to do. On Wednesday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate a new campus building, that of Nalanda University. This name is steeped in history. Nalanda is located in modern-day Bihar. It was the world's first residential university, a fountain of knowledge. We'll get to the history in a bit, but first let's look at the new building. It spans around 100 acres. It mixes two important building ideologies. One is carbon reduction. The new campus will be net zero. And the second is Vastu, an ancient Indian system of architecture. Tomorrow's event is not just an inauguration, it is also an announcement, a declaration of India's ambition to become a learning hub. And the guest list reflects that. Around 17 ambassadors are expected to attend the event. Even at the G20, India showcased Nalanda. You may remember the ceremonial dinner after the summit. Prime Minister Modi and President Murmu welcomed all the world leaders. Behind them was this backdrop, that of the ancient Nalanda University, which brings us to the history. Nalanda was founded in the year 427 by Emperor Kumaragupta. It had around 2,000 teachers. Also 10,000 students from all over the world, China, Korea, Japan, Tibet. Students came from all over. Some of India's brightest minds taught there, like Aryabhat. He is believed to have headed Nalanda in the 6th century. The university's crown jewel was its library. It had some 9 million manuscripts. They covered religion, science and medicine. But tragedy struck in the 12th century. An invader named Bakhtiyar Khilji destroyed this university. He also burned out the library. Thus, Nalanda was lost. But after independence, India began rediscovering its lost glory. Nalanda's revival was first suggested by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He was India's president from 2002 to 2007. Upon his suggestion, the Indian government re-established Nalanda, and tomorrow the university will get a brand new campus. Like I said, it is part of India's grand plans. But grand plans often start at home. India must first build a robust domestic system, and that requires overcoming certain challenges. Tonight, we're looking at 3 of them. One is the most recent one, paper leaks and exam confusion. We told you about the NEET controversy. NEET is a common entrance test for medical courses. It's been flooded by irregularities. Grace marks were awarded in a dubious manner. Paper leak is also being suspected. Remember, we are talking about an elite exam here. You must clear this test to eventually become a doctor in India. So fraud cannot be accepted. And unfortunately, this is not a one-off case. Reports say that there have been 41 paper leaks in the past 5 years. We're talking about multiple exams. Put together, they have affected 140 million students. India must work hard to correct this. Integrity of exams is a key part of learning. If you cannot guarantee that, you cannot be a learning hub. The second challenge is spending. Let's look at the last financial year. India set aside 1.6 lakh crore rupees for education. And how much did we spend? 1.08 lakh crore. So more than 7,000 crore rupees remain unspent. That's around 900 million US dollars. India is spending around 3.5% of its GDP on education, but the national education policy has set a higher target, around 6%. 6% of the GDP on education. If India hits that, the education system will improve. We'll have better infrastructure, better paid teachers, more facilities, and of course, able students. Which brings us to the final challenge, and that is syllabus. What are you teaching your students? Just look at this report from last year. It covers engineering colleges in India. And what does it say? The syllabus has not seen major updates in 4 decades. Imagine that, 4 decades. Not many changes. India will have to work on this immediately, especially with emerging technologies like artificial intelligence. I know this sounds like a lot, but India is well placed to do this. Other countries are quite impressed by elite Indian colleges like the IITs or the Indian Institutes of Technology. India is working to set up 2 IITs abroad, one in the UAE, the other in Zanzibar. Plus, India is a free society, so foreign students can confidently come here to study. Some 46,000 of them already do that. They come from 170 countries. So like I said, India is well placed to become a learning hub. Yes, there are challenges, but India's intentions are genuine to once again become a global center of learning.